I've been fraggled. As I said, I have been the subject of what can only be described as a drive-by fraggling. A few days ago, I received this from a gentleman by the name of Cashless Bread. I say gentleman because women very rarely deal with this kind of fuckwittery. However, this character decided to send me this message. Now I'm going to leave it up for a good 20 seconds. That gives you 10 seconds to read it and 10 seconds to bang your head against the table. However, I'm also going to read it out. I'm going to read it out in a voice which I suspect is very similar to his. Satan and his angels comprise a workforce more efficient than the FBI using. Now I'm actually going to say the words as they appear on here. If he hasn't left a space, I'm afraid I'm just going to have to continue. Decepting. Okay. As a strength. Their goal is to lead as many souls to hell as possible from Bible days until now. Satan has used necromancy as his prime tool. I heard other things. The belief that we continue living after death without judgment. Demons. Again, no gap. Masquerade as human ghosts and create false religions to support this tool, however. Satan needs his tool supporting. I mean, many a disappointed witch. In these last days, it's always the last days, isn't it? It's always the last days. It's always been the fucking last days. Do these people never read history? Where was I? Additional pathway. However, in these last days, Satan has made an additional pathway to hell desiring. An additional pathway to hell? That's all I like to see progress. Even Satanism is making progress. Meant to doubt the Bible and embrace secularism, he enforces demons to shapeshift as UFOs, aliens and Sasquatch. Well, all simultaneously. That's going to be bloody confusing. That's actually going to give a conspiracy theory. It's almost kind of it'd be literally a head fuck. All we've got to do now is put Elvis in there. Worldwide. On his final push, Satan will use the alien tactic to lure the masses to hell. His plan is clever. If it's that clever, how come this guy's managed to see through it, eh? During a world war, demons will manifest as aliens of peace. Again, Satan uses human DNA to form Nephilim hybrid race, Genesis 6:4. We've had 2 bloody world wars. How come they've yet to actually do this? Were the first 2 rehearsals, or were they just late? Satan will shapeshift giant UFOs atop our cities as the demon hybrids interact with men on land. Like the TV show Alien Nation, this will instantly cause a world government. Instantly! And enforce the biblical Antichrist. Okay. Enforce him to do what? Now, having seen Satan's schemes, will you still be deceived? Hey, I'm convinced. Where do I sign up? To avoid hell, all one has to do is accept Jesus as friend. Is that so hard? I don't have imaginary friends. Even when I was a kid, I didn't have imaginary friends, apart from Tarquin the wildebeest. And that was just to be awkward. And he got me out of 1 or 2 scrapes. But I don't have imaginary friends. I don't need them. However, all of these statements here, presented as fact, led me simply to ask one question. Where's your evidence? This is the response I got. Now, looking at that, you can see 1 or 2 minor flaws in his argument. The best tangible recurring evidence is found in paranormal investigation. Well, if it was tangible and good evidence, it wouldn't be paranormal, it'd be fucking normal! If demons exist, then God must also. False dichotomy, they don't fucking exist! Do your own investigation. No! I'm not going to do your fucking work for you! Why should I? Ask for evidence. Give me the evidence upon which you have based your worldview. Your decisions have got to be based on evidence. If they're not, I am not going to accept them. You're making extraordinary claims. I'm going to require some bloody good evidence. If you can't be bothered, don't bother contacting me. Anyway, start by watching my videos. Good luck. Okay, let's actually take a look at what Cashless Bread's videos consist of, shall we? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, theological subtexts and extra-dimensional physics. So this guy is working on a plane much higher than anybody else I've ever met. However, one thing that we really do need to look at is down here on the actual videos that he claims I should start by looking at. Now, anybody can see that these are really low budget, really bad, almost completely and utterly baseless assertions on TV. They're the kind of horror channel documentary exploitation. Let's get the frothers involved and pretend we're doing something serious. The reality is, as well, on this page, these are all the videos he's got. So what I've done is I've actually left one video as the datum line, and from that video, T.H. Quake Kelly, we can actually see just how much he actually expects people to take out of less than half an hour's video. All of it disparate, none of it concentrating on one subject, and this is supposedly his evidence for the paranormal. And from the paranormal, he's actually extrapolating all the way out into what he claims is extra-dimensional physics. This is one of the reasons that religions come to the internet to die. I once took 6 weeks of intense investigation and study to write a report on 112 chainmail links that were found in a sealed medieval context in a cesspit in Leicester to demonstrate they were late 14th century. I had to come up with 6 weeks worth of evidence. That is just for one small, relatively mundane archaeological find. And we have somebody now, somebody indulging in drive-by fraggling, hopefully to try and troll people in to his mindset, based on half an hour's worth of video. Not even the same video. Not even a video investigation. Simply videos taken out of context and shoved into what is basically a torrent of tripe. Anyway, that's my drive-by fraggling. I'll keep you updated on this because this is going to be fun. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.